keep it close. We actually have Morton, Curry, and Rodriguez coming in with Coach right now.
Gentlemen, right here, the score up the stairs. Spot.
There you go, guys. Thank you. Go down the end. Congratulations. Stay down. We're going to sit you go all the way down to the end. There. Come around there. Grab the MVP and slide it to the end. The trophy and slide it all the way to the end.
Need them glasses.
Slide it to the end. Do we want to go ahead and get started with this?
Must be yours.
That's yours. You got something.
That's definitely yours. What's it say?
I told you that's you, isn't it? No, that's you.
Hold up 1 second.
It's player of the year. It says player of the year. Oh, no, it's player of the game. That's you, brother. No. I already got most You can't. I got most outstanding player. That's the same thing. Oh, your defense.
He's better.
He played defense the same. It's the same award. Well, I'll let 34 to 7.
This is how there's
On that cards. I'm gonna snatch it.
You're 5. 2 picks.
Did they have 60? No.
They had 60. They had 60.
60 passing 30.
They had 70 rushing.
All right, Coach is on his way up.
What are y'all?
Second pick. Third pick.
Right here, first chair. A little tight.
Oh, we're
A little
good.
cozy.
I figured the boys with the mustaches wouldn't go without each other.
I got dragged in.
Good.
All right, Coach, congratulations on winning the Edward Jones Big 12 Championship title. We'll open it up with comments.
Yeah, I want to start out with making a. Whenever the selection committee starts looking at teams, I truly believe the Big 12 deserves 2 teams in the playoffs. Whenever you look at BYU, they're 11-2, and their 2 losses are to the number 4 team in the nation. And so I have so much respect for Kalani. That's a really good football team, and I hope the committee looks at it because there's going to be 2 lost teams out there, but there's not going to be an 11-2 lost team. They did a great job throughout the season getting here. For us, man, I'm so happy. 4 years ago, I sit in a room in Waco, Texas, at the airport with Dusty Womble and Cody Campbell and President Skubanek and Kirby Holcutt, and they changed my life. And man, I can't say how much I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate your belief in us, man. And then I just can't say enough about Cody Campbell and the Matador Club and just the forward thinking that he has to help us create this team. And these guys up here really helped us put this team together. These guys, you got Jacob Rodriguez, who slept on the floor as a walk-on to be a Red Raider. Ben Roberts, he actually told me, I recruited him, and he committed to Tech. I was at another school, and he said, hey, Coach, I love you, man, but I'm a Red Raider no matter what. So whether you're the head coach or not, I'm going to be a Red Raider. And then this is a guy right here that's born and raised in Lubbock, Texas. He was actually my very first commit in my very first full class, and as y'all can see, they have elite mustaches. Just proud of them. I'm so proud of this team. I think we got the best coaching staff in the world. We got the best administration staff in the world. We got the best fans in the world. Proud of the way we played today, man, I can't wait to see where the CFP is gonna put us tomorrow. We're looking forward to the bye. We're hoping and expecting that that's where we'll be because we're football banged up, and if you let us get healthy, man, I really believe we've got another gear. So with that, open up to any questions for me or any of these guys.
All right, again, if you would raise your hand, we'll have a microphone brought to you, and please identify yourself. And, Coach.
Yeah, let me say one more thing. The one thing I want to take my hat off to our training staff. We've got the best medical staff and training staff in the country. You know, y'all probably saw Ben Roberts goes down on one knee, and, you know, he's from Eaton, so I don't know how tough he is. You know, he's not from West Texas. We're making him tougher. But, you know, his hip was really bothering him. And, man, Mike and his staff got it loosened up. And then all of a sudden we got 2 picks in the second half by this guy. So just hats off to our training staff for getting him back in the game.
All right, Coach, we're going to start right here on the front row.
Yeah, over here, Coach. Nick Douglas with Elite Media Network. Oftentimes in this era, we have an issue with cohesion, especially in these big-time rosters. What have you done and what have you seen top players do to ensure that this roster has been cohesive all season on offense and defense?
You know, the biggest thing, the leadership on this team of the guys that decided to come back. You know, Jacob Rodriguez had the opportunity to declare, and he decided to come back. And when we started putting this team together, you know, I really ask a lot of them, you know, to bring all the new guys in and make them feel how special Lubbock is and how special, you know, our building is and how much we care about each other. I think consistency is the key. They get the same guy every single day. They get the same coaching staff. And the one thing about us, the most important thing that we have is our players, and everybody in our building, their sole job is to help them be the best version of themselves. They feel that every day. We don't deviate. We don't. They get the same guys every single day. And I think whenever people started seeing that, they really started believing in what we were asking them to do, and really became a special group.
All right, we're going to stay in the front row just along the aisle right here.
Matthew Postins, Heartland College Sports. Ben, Joey kind of alluded to it. You basically were part of his first recruiting class in an era of the portal, NIL, rev share. It doesn't seem like you've sniffed the transfer portal at all. What is it that Joey brought to Texas Tech that kind of made you buy into what he was trying to do in getting to this moment?
I mean, like he was just saying, we get the same people every day in the building, and you know what to expect. And he's working to grow us as men and as players every day. So there was no reason to leave him. I knew that he was going to do what was best for me.
Okay, we're going to stay on the front row, far right.
Kenneth Berry, Touchdowns to Tangents. Coach, not only did you retain most of your defense, but a 5-star receiver like Micah Hudson coming back, that kind of helps recruiting too. So just on the offensive side of the ball, when you were trying to piece together this offense and what the identity was going to be, how difficult was that, or was it pretty easy once you got the defensive guys to buy in?
Well, you know, it starts with Mac and that coaching staff. Whenever we're able, you know, that's the thing too, man. Year one for these guys. I mean, we've got 2 brand new, an offensive coordinator and a defense coordinator that's brand new to Texas Tech, and they did a great job. You know, it all started too with making sure our quarterback was coming back. You know, he has had an absolutely crazy year. In June, he and I both said we're going to win the Big 12 championship, and we're going to walk out of Cowboys Stadium together. And it was really cool. His dad, Coach Morton, sent me a text this week, and he said, just make sure I get a picture of you two walking out. And so we both waited. I told him this morning, I said, when we win this thing, wait for me. I'm not leaving the field till you leave the field. Don't do the same. And we got to walk out together. And what's really cool is in the day and age that we live in, to where all information is at your fingertips and anybody can say anything. You know, we both at different times been beat up for being a high school coach or being a guy that, you know, is injured and is not playing at a level. And, man, we came out on top today.
All right, we're going to stay on the front row, just on the left side of the aisle here.
Sean Dillon, Rockin' Pregame Show. Coach, BYU came out, kicked you in the teeth, 90 yards in their first drive. What did Shield Woods do and this defense do to adjust it where you only allowed 110 yards the rest of the game?
Well, you know, I mean, these guys will tell you, we said it this morning, one thing that we had heard yesterday, or I had heard yesterday watching ESPN, they were talking about that they needed to start faster, and we felt like we were going to get everything and anything, and we did. I mean, I think we got a reverse pass, double pass, reverse. I mean, they emptied the tank on that first drive. The one thing that we did make them do is drive the field, and so they had to use everything, and then we settled in. I think Shield, that's the one thing that makes him special. He does a great job adjusting, and once he kind of has your number, he can really dial in. And these guys, the thing that we do really well as a team is they really listen, man. Whenever you say, hey, we need to do this, this, and this, they can adjust. We've got a really high football IQ football team.
All right, we're going to stay on the front row here on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Lance Leonard from The Drive at 5 in good old Amarillo, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I got to ask you, Jacob, and then Ben, if you guys don't mind, what was it like seeing all that red out there when you walked out today? And then Ben, talk about your hops on that second interception, if you don't mind.
It was unreal. I think it was right before we went out for our first drive as a defense, and we're kind of looking out and want to get the crowd pumped up, and you kind of look at what direction you want to kind of get them pumped up, and I'm looking at 80%, 90% of the stadium is wearing red. And so that's huge to see. I know Red Raiders always travel well, and they've always had our back. And, it was great to see and great to hear.
All right, we're going to go fourth row.
Oh, we got
one more, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, when I ran out on the field, I didn't know where to look, just like he was saying, so I just looked back at the home sideline. And then, like you were saying about the hops, I didn't think I jumped that high, but I had been practicing.
I don't know if you did either.
I've been practicing that one hand in practice, and it finally paid off.
There we go. Okay, fourth row along the aisle. Mac.
Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. This is for any of you guys. And I don't know if you hear this a lot in Lubbock, but the national narrative about Texas Tech, fair or not, is, well, that's the best team money can buy. When you hear that, what do you say to that?
If we are going to buy a team, why not be the best?
All right, we're actually going to stay on the fourth row to Michelle.
Michelle Montaigne, WFAA. Coach, this one's for you. Having won a state championship as a high school football coach in this building, how special is it to win at the next level and prove you can do it?
Yeah, it was incredible. We were coming up, this stadium is just so beautiful inside and out. And we were driving up in our buses, and you start seeing the stadium. And I actually turned to Anthony Huffman, my chief of staff, and I said, check that out. And I said, hello, old friend, I'm back. And man, it was cool. This has a lot of great memories. This was actually my 14th game to coach in this stadium. First time as a college coach, of course, but this is a special place.
All right, Coach, right along the aisle here on the far right side.
Tobin McDuff, KFDX Sports. Jacob, been a whirlwind of a week for you. The awards that you've won, the Butkus Award, the award today for Defensive Player of the Game, Big 12 Player of the Year on the defensive side. If you could go back and talk to yourself when you were sleeping on the floor as a walk-on or on the practice field at Rider High School, what would you tell yourself? Is it worth it?
I think everything's worth it. I think the amount of time and work that you put into what you do, I think that just trusting in that process and believing in yourself and the people around you, I think, doing the work only gives you the opportunity. And so it doesn't give you, any right to win or to lose, or it just gives you the opportunity to be there. And so yeah, I'm just, proud of myself for putting in the work, but, I'm just, more proud of, the people I've been around and people I've gotten to experience in that time.
All right, we're actually going to go third row in the middle, back here on the left.
David Collier, KMAX, Red Raider Nation in Lubbock. For Jacob and Coach. Jacob, first, saw you looking around up on the stage after the trophy presentation. Just get your thoughts when you're standing up there soaking it all in. And the same thing with you, Joey, when you're holding up that trophy and the confetti's going everywhere.
Yeah, it was great. I think I was looking around. I was just looking for my wife, and I really just kind of wanted to celebrate with her. And, she's meant so much to me, and, the 2.5 years we've been married. But, I think I really just kind of want wanted to spend a moment with her and get to celebrate with her because how much work, she's put in this year with supporting me and being right there. And she's such a rock for me, and I'm just so thankful that she could be here for this.
All right, we're going to go on the right-hand side, 3 rows back.
For Coach Jordan Epp, Texas Tech Red Raiders on SI, you've been in championship scenarios, you've been in postseason scenarios before as a high school coach. How do you balance the looking forward and how to continue to improve versus looking at the now and celebrating the now?
Yeah, we'll go 24 hours. It actually be a little bit longer than 24 hours probably, but it won't take long to get back focused. Once we figure out, who we could possibly play, we'll start looking at that. The biggest thing is, looking at the schedule. I want to make sure these guys have some time. Hopefully at some point they could go home for Christmas once we get our finals done, and then get back and dig back into who we're going to play and how we're going to practice. This is a vet team. We're football banged up. We'll find out tomorrow exactly, who's banged up and stuff like that. But today was a big day for us to win this game, to be the Big 12 champs, but also hopefully get that bye, to let these guys' bodies feel really good for our next opponent and when we play again.
All right, we're going to go second row on the left, right.
Hey, Coach. I know you kind of have an idea. James Teckley, White Right Son. I know you kind of have an idea because what you did at Cedar Hill, but do you think that your players appreciate what they've accomplished today? I mean, this is your first conference championship in Texas Tech history since, I believe, 1955, so 70 years. Okay, and just kind of on the humorous side, when these 3 guys came in, have you shown them the movie Slapshot? Because the minute they came in,
they look like
the Hanson brothers.
Yeah, I'm going to send them that. I'll find that and send that picture to all 3 of them because that's a great, and that's perfect. Man, the one thing that we talked about, and we said it in the. We said it as a team. They've heard this before from me, but when this is all said and done, and I'm gone, I want people to say that, he loved them. He loved his players, cared about his players. It was all about them. And then on the football side, I want him to be able to say, we did stuff that had never been done. And they know that. Like they talk about it. Skylar Gill Howard has really spoke that into existence, and we said it. Texas Tech's never won a Big 12 championship, and we're now the Big 12 champions, and so we're the first, and we've done something nobody's ever done, and I'm proud of them.
So we're going to stay in the front row, Don.
Don Williams from Lubbock Avalanche Journal. For Ben. Can you discuss, I guess, the circumstances, how you got hurt, and then you were kind of out and in and back out again, kind of what you were thinking at that point, and then also describe how those plays unfolded, where you had the 2 interceptions and then you had a shot at another interception?
Well, that first drive I was feeling really good. I think it was the play where Bear scrambles. I came back and I hit him, and I guess I was fully extended and kind of tweaked my low abdomen. And I kept trying to play. I just couldn't run full speed, and I didn't want to hurt the team. So I was like, put Brock in, and I'm proud of him for what he did. And I just did everything I could to stretch it out and fix it up. But the trainers really helped me at halftime. They got it all heated up and relaxed, and I was ready to go in the second half.
All right, we're going to stay in the front row. Phil.
Freshman.
Phil Woodall, 806 Sports at Amarillo. Jacob, I hope you get to pack your bags to New York City because you definitely deserve it. But another guy that played a long time ago at Tech, are you the new Hispanic Zach Thomas?
I love it. Oh, yeah, that's I don't know about that one. I mean, he was great, and, he's been somebody that we've looked up to, and we got to meet him, last year, and he's the best there is, and it's such an honor to be mentioned in the same breath as him, and looking forward to meeting him again.
All right, second row on the aisle, right here on the left.
Hey, Coach. Robert Aronoff, 24/7 Sports. The other day, Coach Scott Frost referred to college football as broken because of the unequal application of NIL. And this morning, Brett Yormark talked about working with Power 4 commissioners to kind of level out things. And I wonder what you, how you might respond to the changes that could be coming to that.
The one thing I know is we have a great administration, and we've got forward-thinking people. So whatever rules are out there that they're going to put in place, we're going to be ahead of the game. We'll have a plan. We keep talking about that stuff, but I think where it's broken is the calendar needs to be fixed. We should be playing on 0 week. Everybody should be on 0 week. It should be week 1. Last week should have been the conference championship. And, man, this really cool thing that's going on in Texas right now, it's called the high school playoffs. They actually play every 7 days. We got a state champ back there. But they actually play every 7 days. And I would fix that stuff before I would look at some of the other stuff that, because, we're putting these guys in such a tough situation. College football, if you want to talk about being broken, college football is not supposed to be played in the second semester. College football is not supposed to be played on January 19th, and all the stuff that you can fix that away makes the portal window easier on coaches and everything like that. So, man, if we want to get behind something and fix something, let's fix the calendar before we fix anything else.
All right, we got time for 2 more questions. We're going to stay on the second row on the aisle.
Pete Christie, KCBD in Lubbock. For Coach and the guys, this has been a long time coming, not only for the team, first 12-win season, Big 12 champs, but for the community of Lubbock, Red Raider fans. They've been so starving. All those lean years, you're bringing so much joy. I've got so many texts from people. They're crying. They can't believe this is going on. What do you guys say to all the fans, and not only who are here, but all over the world?
You're from Lubbock, man. Go ahead.
I've waited 20 years for this, and I know a bunch of Red Raiders fans have been waiting forever their whole lives, and the amount of texts I've gotten also is just amazing. And it's amazing to be able to be a part of the team that finally brings it back to Lubbock.
All right, final question is going to come from the 4th row on the far left side.
Hey guys, Conrad Amu. Question for all of you. With your experience in Lubbock, Texas, tell somebody who's never been to Lubbock, Texas in one word what Lubbock, Texas means to you.
One word. Who wants to start it? Go ahead.
Grit. For me, my one word is just everything.
J-Rod?
Hardworking.
Man, it's not one word. I'm going to tell you, it's the greatest place on earth. I'll be there for the rest of my life. I appreciate the administration for doing what they did last week. And people think that's just, it's not. Man, I'm a Texan. I ain't been anywhere else. I'll never be anywhere else. And I'm proud to be the head coach at Texas Tech. And this team's not done yet.
All right, guys, congratulations. We'll see you in the college football playoff.
Wreck 'em.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you
Hope to
so
see
much.
you here at the conference.
Yes, sir. Me too.